Welcome to Buddha's Path. Learn and practice Buddhism, where we explore the timeless wisdom of the Buddha and how it can guide us in our daily lives. Today, let's journey into the heart of Buddhist ethics by discovering the Five Precepts, a practical guide for living mindfully, compassionately, and responsibly in the modern world. The Five Precepts are the foundation of ethical conduct for lay Buddhists. They are not rigid commandments, but rather commitments to cultivate virtue and harmony within ourselves and our communities. By observing these precepts, we nurture a life of peace, respect, and integrity, fostering personal growth and contributing to a more compassionate society. Let's begin with the first precept, refraining from killing or harming living beings. At its core, this precept encourages us to develop compassion for all forms of life. In the Buddha's time, this meant not taking life intentionally. In our modern society, it extends beyond simply avoiding violence. It inspires us to be mindful of our impact on animals, the environment, and fellow humans. Choosing a lifestyle that reduces harm, such as practicing kindness, supporting animal welfare, and even considering plant-based diets, reflects the spirit of this precept. It reminds us that every life is precious and interconnected, and our actions can either create suffering or foster healing. The second precept is refraining from taking what is not given. This principle goes beyond the obvious act of stealing. It calls us to respect the property, boundaries, and rights of others. In the digital age, this precept invites us to think about plagiarism, intellectual property, and fair exchange. It teaches us honesty and integrity in our dealings, whether in business, relationships, or everyday interactions. By honoring what belongs to others, we cultivate trust and mutual respect, qualities essential for a healthy and harmonious society. The third precept is refraining from sexual misconduct. This is a commitment to respect the dignity and autonomy of ourselves and others. Sexual relationships should be consensual, respectful, and free from exploitation or harm. In today's world, this precept addresses issues such as infidelity, harassment, and the abuse of power. By cultivating mindfulness and respect in our intimate relationships, we nurture love, trust, and emotional well-being. This precept reminds us to honor our own boundaries and those of others, promoting relationships built on mutual care and understanding. The fourth precept is refraining from false speech. Honesty is the cornerstone of healthy relationships and a harmonious society. This precept encourages us to speak truthfully, avoid gossip, and refrain from malicious or divisive words. In an era of social media and instant communication, the impact of our words is amplified. Practicing truthful and kind speech helps build trust, resolve conflicts, and prevent misunderstandings. It invites us to be mindful not only of what we say, but how our words affect others. Through honest communication, we foster harmony and deep connections. The fifth and final precept is refraining from intoxicating drinks and drugs that cloud the mind. This is a commitment to preserve clarity, mindfulness, and self-control. The Buddha taught that intoxication leads to carelessness and can cause us to break the other precepts. In our modern context, this precept speaks to responsible choices around alcohol, drugs, and even addictive behaviors such as gambling or excessive screen time. By maintaining a clear mind, we are better able to make wise decisions, nurture our well-being, and support those around us. Together, the five precepts form a holistic approach to ethical living. They are not merely rules imposed from outside, but invitations to reflect deeply on our actions, their consequences, and the values we wish to embody. They help us transform our habits, attitudes, and relationships, creating a foundation for happiness and inner peace. In society today, the five precepts are more relevant than ever. Our world faces challenges such as violence, dishonesty, exploitation, and addiction. By practicing these precepts, we become agents of positive change, contributing to a kinder, safer, and more compassionate world. The precepts empower us to live with intention, to align our actions with our highest ideals, and to inspire others through our example. Observing the five precepts is not about attaining perfection. It is a lifelong journey of growth, reflection, and learning. There will be moments of challenge and imperfection. But each step we take towards greater mindfulness and compassion strengthens our character and deepens our connection to the world around us. When we fall short, the teachings of the Buddha encourage us to reflect, forgive ourselves, and renew our commitment with sincerity and resolve. As you walk the path of the Five Precepts, you may notice subtle but profound changes in your life. You may feel greater peace and clarity, deeper empathy for others, and a sense of integrity that guides your choices. Relationships may become more harmonious, and you may find yourself responding to difficulties with wisdom and compassion. The precepts serve as a compass, pointing us towards a life of purpose and fulfillment. Remember, the Five Precepts are not exclusive to Buddhists. Their wisdom transcends religious boundaries, offering guidance for anyone seeking to live ethically, mindfully, and compassionately. By embracing these principles, we join a global community dedicated to creating a better world. One kind act, one honest word, one mindful choice at a time. Thank you for joining us on Buddha's Path. Learn and practice Buddhism. If you found this guide to the Five Precepts helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to share the teachings of the Buddha, inspiring mindful living for all. May you walk your path with peace, wisdom, and compassion.